We just finished up the front of the truck. So we got all the control arms, the sway bar, the spindles, coilovers, everything is all done up front. Just set it down and it looks really sweet, as we knew it would. And now we got to do something about the back of the truck because it's obviously way too high.
Well, we gotta pull some more rivets out, so we're gonna do this the quick way. So basically the only thing holding this in is that breather hose. Should we just pull this thing out of the way so it's easier to get to stuff?
Yes, because I have hit my head on these jack stands twice already. And it would be way easier under here without the axe on the way.
Sold.
So this is the old Panhard bar mount. You don't necessarily have to take it off. I think it'll clear with the new stuff, but since we have the axle out, it makes it nice and easy, hopefully. Yahtzee! It's gonna take a month of Sundays with this wrench. You will notice that these are different. The right side or passenger side has the Panhard bar mount. So thankfully, Sweet Damien put that in the instructions so you know which one goes where, but they are side specific.
So as long as I'm down here cutting the notch, I'm gonna cut the exhaust off right away too. The QA1 Panhard bar bracket is basically gonna come down right where this tailpipe is.
On our truck arms, these adjusters that you see is for the pinion angle. When you lower the truck, the pinion will point towards the ground. Traditionally, the way around that was you would have to find and purchase these shims, and they're a pain in the ass because you have to put them in there, you have to check it. If it's not right, you have to get another set, so they're a pain. So this is left and right hand thread. So once you get everything set up and you need to readjust your pinion angle for the ride height that you want, you just turn this and it'll rotate the axle back and forth so you can get your pinion angle without having to monkey around with these things.
Isn't that gonna affect where the wheel's at in the wheel well a little bit?
Yep, because it is pivoting back here, so basically you've got that little lever arm, but that's why we've got this adjustment up here so you can reset your wheelbase as needed with this adjustable rod in the front. So we got you covered. You want to have one space between the bolts, basically. So you can see this would be like the middle neutral position. Up one would be all the way raised up. So if you wanted the truck higher, and this would be the lower position. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them up, put the other side on, and it's gonna be sweet. So I am working on putting the sway bar, the rear sway bar pieces together. Damien is currently putting the brackets in, and we've already drilled the holes to hold the brackets up to the frame. But then we've got two different sets of these. There's these ones here, which are the long versions. These would be if you have more of a stock ride height or a higher ride height. And then Damien's installing the shorter versions that are used for a much lower ride height. There's two sets of holes in each set of brackets, here and here, and then the other ones also have them. So we're just getting that stuff put on, and then we are just about ready to put the whole axle assembly back under the truck and start mounting everything up. These brackets have 3 positions in them for the truck arms. And that basically changes the amount of anti-squat that you have. So with the original setup, when you lowered the truck, which essentially was this bottom hole, your anti-squat would get worse, which would make it so that you had more of a burnout machine, which is fun, but didn't really help the truck go any faster. So when you lower these trucks, it gets worse. So we design these brackets to give you 3 different positions so that when you do lower it all the way, you can reset that up to the top and keep your anti-squat. So since we're going for the cool position, we're going all the way up on the bracket.
Let's rock.
Just got the axle in, the trailing arms are mounted up. Everything's still loose because we'll need to go through and tighten and adjust everything, but next up is to put the Panhard bar and the support brace, which are conveniently assembled by Beam earlier.
It's kind of handy.
Yeah, so we're gonna throw that stuff in and then we'll move on to shocks. You'll get the kit and you may be confused as to why there's 2 Panhard bars. And there's not. This one here with the curve in it is your Panhard bar. This is what's actually attached to the axle and was controlling this, or supporting the side-to-side movement of the rear axle when you're cornering and driving around. You've got a relatively long lever arm on the bracket. And so if we were to just put this into that long lever arm, you'd see flex in that bracket. So this is in the support of that bracket. The lower you can get your Panhard bar, or the more level or with the axle, the better your roll center geometry is going to be. A lot of people put a rear mounted gas tank in these trucks, so all of this bracketry and all these Panhard bars and everything all fits with either your rear mounted spare tire or a rear mounted gas tank as well.
We did have to shift the spare tire back a little bit to get clearance for the Panhard support brace, but really not that big a deal. Everything still fits, and we probably got half, 3/4 inch clearance between that support brace and the tire right now.
Yep, up next, shocks. Boom, boom.
And then a sway bar. Easiest way to do it, hang the end links first, and then swing it back and get the axle bracket.
The U-bolt goes like right underneath the brake line. It's pretty sweet. Well, there it is. We got everything all installed and everything down on the ground, and it looks sweet. That's about the lowest position that you can go. There's a couple of threads on the shocks that are up just to keep preload on the spring, but other than that, it looks sweet. I'm really happy, and I know that Seth, he's gonna dig it.
And we took that big pile of junk over there off of it.
Yeah, check that pile of junk out. What you don't see in there are all the rivet heads that Damien pounded out.
Yeah, those just went in the garbage.
But no, it's from here, it's just gonna be kind of set up an adjustment, and then it's ready for the road, so.
Final adjustments, we'll throw it up on the rack, get it aligned, and be ready to drive.